Hello everyone, welcome back to Morrowind. Internet was still being a bit spotty yesterday, but I don't seem to have had any issues today. So, let's go speak with a god, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, he does that. You'll just constantly go from that sitty floaty position to a not sitting floating position. Also, can't technically grab those things. I'm not going to, because I believe we get copies straight up. Vivek, please note, he is half blue and half gold. One side is gold, one side is blue. He does not, however, have heterochromia, but his eyes are also half gold, half blue. Seriously, look at that. His equipment is also kind of odd. As you can see, one shoulder has chitin on it, but the other has bone mold. And that arm has a bracer, and that one does not. This one has a... I'm not sure if there's a upper arm bracer name. It's really very interesting. In addition, the gold side has only 2 earrings, and the blue side has 3. It's very interesting looking at it, really. There's a lot of little details on his model. I expected you. We have business, you and I. Please note the lack of any sort of personality options up here. You do not negotiate with the gods. Business. When I was young, like you, I was very impatient. So I'll keep our business short. Then, later, there may be time for other things. First, I propose to move my curse upon the Nerevarine and end the persecution of the dissident priests, and proclaim to all Morrowind that Archangel is the incarnate in Nerevarine, the prophesied savior of Morrowind, and the last hope to withstand the menace of Dagothar in the 6th house. These things I will do whether you wish or not. Gee, do I want people to stop calling me a rebellious asshole Antichrist? I wonder why I could ever want such a thing. How could you ever do this, Vivek? I am so very unhappy. That was sarcasm. That was a lot of sarcasm. Excuse me. One moment, please. You may hear a thump. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagothar. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will see the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Wraithguard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath, and then keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? Yes, I will happily take Wraithguard. It's a decent item. Good. Sensible of you. Yes, it's generally sensible to accept, hey, this guy is offering you a powerful magic item. And while admittedly the first time I played through this, I was kind of worried that Wraithguard was going to stab me in the ass. Well, it doesn't. The closest thing is that... But we'll discuss Wraithguard's potential ass stabbery later. But it will not come from Vivek, okay? And now, will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honor and your honor, to dedicate yourself and Wraithguard to the defeat and destruction of Dagothar, and the preservation of Morrowind and its people? I want Dagothar gone. There. The 6th house route is not an option. And he's kind of a douchebag, even if he's kind of psychotically loyal. So, I so swear. Not very sensible. Yeah. But very good. I was hoping for someone who had no hesitations about making such an oath. You will now have a brief momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed, you are being taken out of time in order to avoid the unpleasant experience of learning how to use Wraithguard. It will be over before... I do like there's an ellipsis here, then you hit continue. There is a brief sensation of motion in total darkness, floating, but without a sense of weight or direction. Basically, we just went in zero gravity. Because... Vivek is a god. Well, was a god. This has opened a lot of conversation options for me. Expect me to actually be able to fill the empty space of videos with actual interesting things instead of my random thoughts. Seriously, I am so glad we got to this. I was tempted to rush it, but I just couldn't find really a reason to rush it. Anyway, you know it. Now, I'll notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. We have time for questions if you like, or you may leave as you wish. But I think there are at least two things you ought to know before you leave. How to use Wraithguard, and how to defeat Dagoth Ur. Your journal has been updated. Wraithguard has been added to your inventory. Defeat Dagoth Ur. To defeat Dagoth Ur, go to Red Mountain to cover the artifact hammer Sunder from Gate Citadel Veminal. Then recover the artifact blade Keenane from Gate Citadel Odrosal. Then proceed with Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keenane to the Citadel of Dagoth Ur. Within the Citadel, find the Heart of Lord Khan. Use the 3 artifacts to sever Dagoth Ur's connection to the heart, and he will be destroyed when the Blight ended on Morrowind. To destroy Dagoth Ur, you must sever his connection with the Heart of Lord Khan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact hammer Sunder once, and strike the heart more than once with the artifact blade Keenane. You must wear Wraithguard, because you cannot handle either Sunder or Keenane unless you are wearing Wraithguard. That is the short, simple explanation. Here is the long, detailed explanation, written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. I like that. I like that he gives you a short, simple, verbal explanation. Well, verbal in as much as this game is verbal. It is a totally text-based game. There are very few actual lines. But... telling someone the simple version and giving them the plan written down is legitimately a good idea even in real life. The fact that fiction is acknowledging that is pretty nice. You don't often see that. Vivek is a very sensible dude. Well, hermaphrodite. Kind of. It's complicated, okay? I'll be able to get into that later. But, Alright, so we have talked about business and defeat Dagoth Ur. Let's talk about Red Mountain. In my library, I have made available 2 accounts, conflicting accounts of the events of Red Mountain. My own true account, and another false account, common among the Ashlanders and preserved in the Apocrypha. I don't care whether you believe my account or not. I'll leave it up to you to judge which is true. That's open of you, Vivek. Your library, I want your trust and willing cooperation. So I've had the priests make copies of a number of documents. They're here for you to read or take with you. Take a look at them. Help yourself. It's nice that he does this. He's legitimately trying to help. Now, the first time I did this, I actually was kind of pissed at Vivek. See? First time I went through this, I thought he was going to help me. Now, I know I said he's trying to help, but the first time I did this, I didn't really think of the information as help. Because I was younger than I thought that help was, I will fight by your side, and things like that. And he's not doing that. God damn it, beeps. But, knowledge is power. Guard it well. If there's anything I get picked up from my times in Warhammer, it's that line. He has given us a lot of power. In addition, he also has a responsibility. That means he cannot come and help us. Rather, he will help us by helping the people of Morrowind not get horribly murdered by corporous beasts. By keeping the ghost fence up. So that's what he's doing in here. Let's talk to him about Dagoth normally, not defeat Dagoth. Dagoth is the former Lord High Counselor of House Dagoth. I'm not sure he's still a former Lord High Counselor, man. I mean, House Dagoth is rising. They're still doing stuff and going around. They're just, you know, psychotic murderers. Which tends to be rather looked down upon, admittedly. He was of Lord Nerevar's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and enchanted in life. He sustained shadow immortality. He appears to be a highly intelligent, severely deluded, immortal monster, with unparalleled supernatural abilities. He appears, by turns, lucid and deranged, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. There is, in fact, a reason for this. Like, not just, he's crazy. Because he's crazy, but he's also sane. I know that sounds weird. I know it does. Hell, it is weird. But, that doesn't mean it's a lie. Let's talk about Council. And we get a lot of options from this. This entire episode is likely to be exclusively talking with Vivek and talking about Vivek and reading Vivek's data. This is an absolutely enormous, incredibly important lore dump. Alright, let's start from the top. Where is Dagoth? Dagoth has never ventured out of the Heart Chamber, placed under Red Mountain where the heart of Lorkhan lies. It's there, or nearby, that he's constructed a new god, Akulakan, also known as Second Numidium. Now that name doesn't mean much if you haven't been reading a lot of the lesser books, and I haven't in this playthrough simply because it would take up a lot of time for you guys. They didn't really have a reason to. But Numidium is actually one of the reasons the Empire exists. See, their founding guy, Tiber Septim, he had a lot of cool shit going on about him. But he also used Numidium to help conquer the Empire. Most of it. There was one place he would not go. We'll be talking about that later. Numidium is, to put it simply, a giant robot. Specifically, is a giant robot that's also a tower, or a foundation of reality. I don't mean tower made of rock and stone, they can be made of rock and stone, but flat out foundation of reality, keeping the universe and not I suppose would be the best way to put it. Which was a rather large advantage. The entirety of the second game in the series, Daggerfall, is about Numidium doing something. And it is also why it is the only game in the series to have multiple endings that are all true. If Numidium wasn't powerful enough that it essentially broke time and space to make all the endings come true at once. That is not how things work. But it happened anyway. Because, essentially, fuck you, that's how. Towers are incredibly powerful things. And he's building a second one. New god indeed. New god indeed. What are his plans, then? Oh, Vivek. Also, there's a lot of capitalization errors in here, but I'm not sure if that's actual capitalization errors. Because it would be very stream of thought. Like, if you replace these question marks with commas, it'd be a very run-on sentence, but it would also make sense. What are his plans? We know nothing for sure, but we have learned much from interrogating 6th House cultists and victims of dream compulsions. From our study of Dagothur's actions, temple scholars and inquisitors have prepared a document, Dagothur's plans, that summarizes what we know or suspect. Take this copy. It's also available in my library. You get a copy of Dagothur's plans. I'll be reading that as well this episode, hopefully, unless it takes so long that I'm actually talking with Vivek, just Vivek, for the whole episode. This may happen. This is a giant Loredump. Okay, who are his servants, and each know who to stab. Chief among his servants are his 7 brothers. The Ash Vampires, powerful heart whites and cunning sorcerers of old. These creatures appear to die, but are always revived at the heart. Somehow Dagoth has confirmed some portion of his immortality upon them. Perhaps they sustain themselves through more conventional sorcery. I do like that it acknowledges that it's not necessarily Dagoth doing this. After all, we already know that House Telvanni, at the least, can make people at least ageless types of immortal, if not undying types of immortal. Remember, Theron is like 2,000-something years old, and she went nuts from it, and I think it's like 5.4k years old for Divath Fear. The respawning, though, is interesting. It could be more powerful old magics, it could be the heart. It's never actually explained which, so make up your mind. And get used to having to make up your mind on which is which. There's a lot of that in Elder Scrolls. Okay? Alright. Who is Dagoth Ur? I believe I already talked about that. Yep. Right here. What are his powers, then? He is able to send his mind to the dreams of susceptible victims across vast distances. The victims are either swayed by his compulsions or driven mad. He also seems nearly invulnerable to physical and magical harm. His flesh, the flesh of his followers, evolves to a mutable, magical form. Dagoth Ur in the highest ranks can control the distorted manifestations of their flesh. Lower ranks lose control of their bodies and become mindless corporate monsters. I just want an HDMI splitter, mate. Now, corpus is referred to as a divine disease. There's a reason for this. See, you know how corpus is being beneficial to us? And it could be more beneficial if you wait around for a while. And get the cure so that you get the stat buffs and have none of the stat nerfs. This can be done to get some kind of stupid stats. Like, I could be carrying like 50,000 pounds of loot right now and killing everything in one hit. But I'm not doing that. Because, well, I said I wouldn't be min-maxing. But the reason it's called the Divine Disease is the heart of Lorkhan is the heart of a god. And one of the creator gods, specifically. The one whose body is the world. He essentially got himself killed to make the world. It's a bit more complicated than that, but I need the proper books at hand to show you all the explanations. What corpus is Dagoth Ur trying to channel that power into other people. For certain people, it can work. Ash vampires, he himself, and a few others. For most, though, channeling divine power tends to result in madness, mutation, and insanity. A lot of insanity. Like, oh god, why? How is there so much insanity? We are drowning in freaking crazy people here, oh god. I know that's a bit blunt, but hey. So, what's known about his defenses? Conforth Ordinators and Buoyant Armatures garrisoning Ghostgate for the latest information about the defenses of the citadels of Dagoth and his Heart-White kin. Now, I like that they're called Heart-Whites, because it makes them sound like they're not normal. And they're not. They're really not. I'm not sure how Ash Vampires work beyond being, well, very powerful sorcerers respawning and having their awesome heart items. But I think my guess, and this is just me, it's mostly unsupported, is that all the Amulet of Heartthrum and Belt of Heartfire and all that are actually their hearts made into items. And since they're such powerful sorcerers, the metaphysical weight of their hearts is why those items are so powerful. It is also why they are so heavy. You can make a joke about the weight of hearts of sinners, but I'm pretty sure that isn't really relevant here. Now, how can I prepare for battle? Prepare for war. Beyond the Ghost Fence, there are no safe places. No allies. Stockpile resources. Plan for retreat and replenishment. Quest for artifacts of power. Well, I've sure as hell done that last one! Yeah. If you're rushing through the quests, Ghost Fence can and will eat your face off. And then poop it out. And then wear it. Alright. Final question. Vivek, who can help? Ordinators and Buoyant Armatures stationed at Ghostgate have the most practical knowledge of the nightmare world inside the Ghost Fence. Seek them in my name for counsel and aid. So now we know. Our job, ladies and gentlemen, is to kill a god that has gone mad. All right. This explains Wraithguard, Keen, and Sunder. In fact, before I read this, let's look at Wraithguard. It is a very, 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 very nice item. It does have a very redundant effect on it, though, because there is no way to get to this point in the game without the immunity to disease that Corpus provides. Actually, maybe you could, but I'm not sure if it would even work. It's not quite as good armor-wise, even with its 10 points of shield, as one of the Fists of Rangadolf. As you can see, I have 225 armor instead of 226. Wait, I had 235. Ah, that's the shield effect. It applies straight to armor. I forgot about that. So it effectively has 326. Armor rating. And 20% health up. Which of the fists do I lose for that? I lose my strength fortification fist. Bugger that! It's got a lot of resists. which is very nice for reducing incoming damage. It has a 20% reflect, which is also very good. Now, you know how he said he had to take us out of time to teach it to Wraithguard? There's actually a way to get Wraithguard without having to agree with him. Kill him. Yes. Kill Vivek. The game will say you have broken the chains of prophecy. But you can still do the main quest. On him, he will have an odd Dwemer item. It'll be a gauntlet that has a decent armor rating. Take this to Yagrum Bagard in Telfir. Ask him to attune it to you. You will get a Wraithguard, only it will be for the left hand and not the right hand. You can, in fact, wear 2 Wraithguards if you do it right. However, there is a very, very high price to pay. It is not money. No. You will permanently lose 50 points of health. 50 points. I had built for an extremely high durability and endurance build. And I have 364. I would lose a 1/7 of my health from doing this. And a squishier character might lose up to a 1/4 of their health from doing this. If you don't want to fight alongside Vivek, rather not fight alongside, fight with his plans, Wraithguard can be acquired without that. Also, let me show what it looks like. It's actually pretty cool. In fact, let me take off the robe. Yeah, Legit looks pretty cool to me. Now, if the game would rotate so I can show it, that would be grand, thanks. Also, my feet have vanished. Whatever. Come on, game. Please rotate so I can show off the really cool gauntlet. Also, thankfully, the pauldrons seem to come with upper arm protectors for me, so that's nice. Saw it. Looks like you're just going to have to look at it here. Oh, I can drop it on the ground. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Also, somebody haven't shown off yet, I think. You can pick up items from the ground, like that. It's neat. Not really useful, but it's neat. Let's go back to my previous equipment so I can actually walk around. Now, I should have a copy. I'm going to check these and see which ones I have and ones I don't. Plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. Do I have that? Also don't need the yellow book anymore, so I'm dropping it on the ground. Clean up my mess, Vivek. I do. Do I have the battle at Red Mountain? I do not. I have Dagoth Ur's plans. I do not believe I have Nerevar at Red Mountain. I do not, as it is sorted alphabetically. I'll double check nonetheless. I do have Dagoth Ur's plans and plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. I'm reasonably certain I have Dagoth Ur's plans. Yes, I do. Okay, then. Thank you, Vivek. That was a lot to take in. And frankly, I think you guys probably got pretty bored of that. I mean, no offense, but you haven't really gotten much done. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's change that. You cannot go through here. I really wanted to show that off. No, the puzzle canal, you have to go through here. There is no natural way in. I, however, have my magical flying pants. Hello. Goodbye. Now, the puzzle canal is sort of working on a tiered system. Level 5 is the lowest tier. And it is not very dangerous at all. Like, at all. There is no threat in level 5, especially not to me. However, you can also simply swim down to here. To Vivek Temple, or you can go over here to Vivek Temple. This is the route that will take you outside. You don't want to go this route, so I'm showing it off, because you don't want to go it. You want to simply swim along into there. Heal up, then take a bit of a beating. And now, as you can see, we are up here, at level 2 of the puzzle canal. This is why it is called the Puzzle Canal. And it is honestly why I wanted to show it. I will not show all of it, because quite frankly the puzzle is very annoying. But, quite simply, you go in one place and you come out where you really shouldn't. See, this one would go to level 4. There is, I believe, a way to solve it, besides simple brute force. However, it involves a temple quest to actually find the solution. And I am not a temple member. So, just by doing that, we went from 37 to 46 reputation. 9 points of reputation were gained simply for being publicly acknowledged as the savior of Dunmer. Is the savior of Morrowind, really. I'm not exactly going to protect only the Dunmer and kill everyone else. That'd be a dick move. Hello, what do you think of me beating Nerevarine? Aww, you don't talk about it. Sadness. Okay, here's an Ordinator. Let's talk to him. Note he likes us a lot more now. Nerevarine, we have heard the proclamation. Yep. We have been publicly announced as the last hope. Everyone in the universe now knows that we have been officially recognized, literally by their god, one of their gods, as the last hope for their safety. The very last hope is us, ladies and gentlemen. Between the twisted horror of Dagoth-Ur and all the living things out there still retaining their mind and sanity, stands one Redguard prisoner sent so long ago from the Empire. So long ago. I don't know where I came from. I don't know how I was born. I don't know how I lived before I came here. But you know what? Do I really need to know that? Is it really important? In essence, you could argue that my character's life simply started in Morrowind. Nowhere else. I started in Morrowind.
Keep moving.
And even after the Divine Proclamation, the Ordinators are still grumpy little shits because I'm taking the penalty to relations with them for being not a Dunmer. So, let's get to Ghostgate. You've already been to Odrosal. I do apologize for being a bit misleading there. I said it was underwhelming for a reason, as I could not show you the item that we need to get there. Keening.
So what do you want?
Wow, you really hate me.
Get out of here!
Comes with being the Archmagister, I suppose. Do you really hate me too? Modernizing.
What was that?
Let's travel. Actually, let's see where the closest place. I don't remember if it's Aldrune or Caldera. Aldrune. Hello, take me to Aldrune. We have a duty. Ladies and gentlemen.
What?
You're just interrupting all of my long and dramatic speeches, aren't you? I have a mind to stab you for that. Alright, the mood's gone.
Ah, hello. Did you want something?
Goddamn, I was trying to be all cool and dramatic and stuff, and then this one guy goes, "What?" at me. Prick. I wonder if the temple still hates me now. I mean, most of them probably will go, nope. Yeah, I can imagine everyone's talking about it. Let's go to the temple and see what they say to me. Hey! Training? Faction members only. Well, this is actually interesting because we are protected by prophecy and cannot die. This prophecy is called Save Scumming. Also, yes, there is in fact a false incarnate claiming to be the Nerevarine. If you are the Nerevarine and have Moon and Star, you can actually just cancel him out. This is why I wanted to come here. Not just because he'll tell you this. It's the same dialogue as the Ordinator, but this. It's just cool that you can actually go, that people are still proclaiming that they're the Incarnate after a public proclamation. And that you can go, hello, no. to them. Let's talk to you. I believe you do things. Typically you sell things. You sell Sermon 8. Do I have Sermon 8? I do not have Sermon 8. I will buy Sermon 8 off of you. I do not own Sermon 9 either. Thank you, good sir. You have sold me some very important items. I shall help use them to save the world. Alright, I won't. I'll store them in a box somewhere. Here, I have some extra gold. I'm generous. Now, talk to this guy about Ash Statue. Trouble, I'm not concerned of an Outlander. Have you not noticed that my job is to go and stab the 6th house in the face? Buying a Reflect. So I like Reflect. Orc Strength is actually really good because it's 60 seconds long. It's not a huge buff, but Strength more for 60 seconds is a damn good thing. Charisma is also good if you want to talk to people. There's another quest here, and Asareth, as you saw. I'll be doing these later. That doesn't mean I have to like you or want to talk to you. That is a perfectly reasonable attitude. I like that some people are reasonable about it. That's another one of the reasons I came here. This lady is actually reasonable about it. She's not just going, oh, you're the savior, you'll save us all! He's like, I just want Dagothar to die. Which is completely viable, he's a dick. However, I'm not going to overpay you, I'm going to try and knock 2 gold off the price. Thank you!
Oh, come on, leave me alone.
Oh, really? Don't be so bitchy. Let's see if I've read 8 and 9. I believe I've read 9, but don't actually own a copy. I have read 8 apparently, and I have read 9 as well. Let's put them on the floor so I can show off what skills they are. 9 is blunt weapon, and 8 is athletics. Let's explore this temple some more. As you know, now that we're a holy saint and stuff, officially, they're probably not going to tell us to, in essence, fuck off. Hello, you sell things. You don't like me either. It's actually the standard message if they don't like you, but you have been proclaimed Nerevarine.
I can already
Officially.
tell I'm not going to like this.
Which is kind of nice. Also, this person is really, really good for your potions. Look at all of them exclusives. Look at them. Also, I'm buying more exclusive restore health on the grounds of Dagoth fucking I cannot over-exaggerate how much of a nail he is to fight. Also, free action is literally useless as a spell, as you cannot cast when paralyzed. Don't bother. It is literally useless. I'm getting Realm's Gift, though, to cure Blight Disease on touch. Selth's Mirror is also really cheap to reflect. Selth's Grace is actually pretty good, too, and it's cheap.
Leave me.
If I had a higher personality, they'd likely be more polite. As people are more polite to you when you have a nice personality. There's probably some sort of comment to make upon how a nice personality is, you know, some highly valued and blah blah blah. Matters on the inside, blah blah blah. Generic reassuring rhetoric, blah blah blah. Faction members only. You know, your god kind of said I'm the saint who's going to save the world. Or at least this chunk of it. I get how the mechanics work, but really, dude. Really? Alright. I think we're going to end the episode off here. We have been officially proclaimed to the entire world as the reincarnation of Ser Nerevar and Dorel. We will go to the Citadels. We will claim Keenane and Sunder. We will go to those Citadels and find every single of the special amulet items. And then Big Arthur will die. I will make sure he is dead. I will make sure he is very, very dead. Also, Viminyal gets marked on your map, by the way. It's right there. Appears like I went the wrong way to Ghost Gate, though. So, next time, you guys will see me at Ghost Gate. The only exception will be if I find anything that grabs my attention along the way. Which, admittedly, is quite likely. As you have noticed, in this game I can be quite distractible. But even when our job is to cancel the apocalypse in the local area, doesn't mean we can't loot a few tombs along the way, eh? Besides, we're Satan stuff, so any unholy curses are probably just going to bounce off. That's how being a saint works, right? No, this is not actually how being a saint works. But not her ancestral tomb. I'm just following this because there's a path, and I need something to do while I talked. So, next time we'll explore this tomb, and then we'll continue walking to Ghost Gate. Sorry. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below, or on the threads on Space Ballast and Sufficient Velocity. They are linked in the description. And for now, goodbye. Next episode hopefully will be less of a giant Loredump.